We initially expected to be hacking our way through Watch Dogs last fall, but the last-minute delay has kept Aiden's exploits in the shadows for a few more months. Now, with the May 27th release date just around the corner, we've gotten a chance to spend more than 4 hours with the game. However, bear in mind that new footage seen here only scratches the surface of what we've played. Aiden Pierce may have started off hacking simply to line his pockets, but when one of his jobs crosses the wrong guys, it results in the death of his 6-year-old niece. It's this tragedy that weighs on his character and drives him to search for who ordered the attack.
You want revenge? This phone can turn the city into a weapon.
Alongside Aiden is the slick hitman Jordy, who first appeared in the original trailer. He's the picture of cold-hearted efficiency, framing bodies to tell whatever story he wants, and lamenting when Aiden asks him to keep their interrogation subject alive and mostly intact.
Jordy, tell me you're joking.
No, I called them too. Look, we get a messy altercation at the end of the game. You and I slip away undetected. You'll appreciate the plan tomorrow.
The opening moments of Watch Dogs are defined by stealth, staying behind cover, crafting lures from spare parts, and hacking electronic devices to create diversions. At any given time, you can activate a number of objects in your line of sight, from smartphones to pitching machines. This becomes more involved as you take advantage of security cameras to extend your range, switching between multiple vantage points to trigger devices from afar. Just be careful not to lose track of where Aiden's hiding, as you can inadvertently draw guards right to him. When other options seem inadequate, you can even trigger a blackout to slip by unseen, although doing so naturally limits your ability to tap into any electronic resources until the lights come back on.
Now it feels wrong. I know this isn't your home, but it can be.
Sneaking around is all well and good, but you will have to pull out the guns and get your hands dirty from time to time. In our limited time, running and gunning felt a bit awkward, so it pays to take a more cautious approach, sticking to cover and planting explosive booby traps. However, there is room to mix up your playstyle, whether you prefer assault rifles, snipers, silenced pistols, or grenade launchers. Of course, with a full city to cross, driving also plays a major role in Watch Dogs. You can either swipe cars nearby or pull up an app to order available vehicles from your contacts, from light motorcycles to garbage trucks. You can even hop into boats if you're near shore. The driving model isn't quite what you'd get out of a dedicated racing game, but the handling's solid enough to keep police pursuits and online races fun and engaging. Each vehicle has a distinct sense of weight, and there's even a somewhat blurry cockpit view. Hacking doesn't go away when you're behind the wheel either, and you can switch traffic lights, raise barricades, and burst steam pipes in order to shake pursuers or slow targets. Whenever you're not on a mission, the city is yours to play with. You're constantly fed data on every person you walk by, including their income and random details such as whether they're divorced or allergic to mushrooms. If someone's vulnerable, you can hack their phone to steal from their bank account, snag songs from their playlist, eavesdrop on conversations, or read their texts. Often, this unauthorized surveillance can clue you in on crimes, hideout locations, or other random missions, and as you boost your reputation as a vigilante, the public will be less likely to call the cops. Even when you're not actively scanning the crowd, your phone will suggest optional missions available in the vicinity, and you can turn to your map to find more traditional objective markers too. In addition to stopping assaults and busting gangs, there are quite a few more eclectic mission types as well. So-called digital trips actually have Aiden engaging hallucinations as he mows down demons in a hellish drive reminiscent of Carmageddon, or takes control of a destructive spider tank.
Taking you down, asshole!
We were able to try online play with others at the preview event, either by purposely seeking out specific game types or by responding to pop-up notifications as we explored. Team-based decryption games play out somewhat like Capture the Flag, with each side attempting to grab a file and hold onto it long enough for it to decode. We also engaged in some tailing and hacking missions, in which you pop into another player's game, attempting to profile him or install a virus on his phone, avoiding detection in either case. Plus, there are online races and a multiplayer free roam option as well. We also got a chance to test out the multiplayer tablet integration. On the console, you're simply trying to outrun the cops and race through a series of checkpoints. Meanwhile, the tablet player controls a helicopter, keeping a spotlight on the fleeing subject, deploying cop cars, and triggering barricades, traffic lights, and other hazards. We don't see ourselves grabbing a tablet to challenge strangers, but it can be fun to play with a friend and swap roles.
Still no sign of suspect. We'll keep looking.
We'll wait for the final game to render a verdict on the perceived graphics downgrade, but for now, they do seem a little inconsistent, awing us in one moment and making us wince in another. Overall, what we've seen of Watch Dogs doesn't seem quite revolutionary, but it's shaping up to be a very solid open-world game, letting you take a measured, methodical approach with a distinctive assortment of hacker tricks.
Okay, we got a bunch of dead bodies, right? We got 40,000 people above us. We need a distraction. I called the cops.